Hi guys, today we will be watching a Python series and from now onwards we will saw the complete Python course and this is the course where we will cover all the things related to the Python from the basics to the advanced concept including the oops, functions and all. Okay, we will see each and everything one by one. That is, let's start that. In the first section we will see what is the introduction of the Python. Introduction of the Python is Python is a programming language which is used to communicate with the machine. Okay, basically, Python is a programming language, and this language is used for communicating with the machine. Okay, imagine laptop is my machine, and I want to communicate with my laptop, so I am using the Python as a language. Okay, that's how I can define the Python. And about the Python, the one who invented the Python is his name is Guido van Rossum. Okay, in the year of 1989 to 1992. In between this uh, time, they have created Python. And Python actually how the Python name came. Okay, it is a name of British circus. Okay, a popular circus is there, which is British circus. The circus name is Monty Python Flying Circus, and this Guido Van Rossum is a big fan of this circus, so he given the name as a Python to his programming language. Okay, this is how they have given the name for the Python to a programming language. Now, this is the overall we have saw, but now actually we go through the technical point of view what actually the Python is. Python is a programming language, is a high-level, object-oriented, dynamically typed, interpreted scripting language. Okay, these all are the points we have to cover, and we will see one and individual points. What is high level? What is object oriented? That are the first one is high level. High level is the language which is human friendly, easy to understand, and easy to read and write. Okay, high level are those type of language which is easily understandable by the human being, and it is the user friendly or human friendly and understand by the user and is easily can read and he able to write the code. That type of language we call it as a high level language. Now let's see what is the language. Okay, we have introduced the concept here, the language. Now let's see what is the language. Okay, language is a communication medium through human can communicate with each other. Okay, basically language we use to communicate, but in this section we are using Python as a programming language. By using Python as a programming language, we used to use to communicate with the machines. Okay, that is what the language will help us. Now let's see object oriented. This is a famous thing this present industry, that is object oriented, because every programming language has to come with a object oriented feature. What is this? Let's see. If the language is lead to perform tasks like objects, okay, a language is there which will perform the task like objects, then that type of language we call it as a object oriented language. Now what are the things the object will cover? Object may have the different characteristics and have the different behavior. Means there will be two things. One is the any language which has its properties or features or data, or we can say characteristics, then that may leads to a object. Or we can say if a language behavior is changing, okay, like the objects, okay, then that type of language we call it as a object oriented. To give a simple example, say we usually use a table to keep something on that, but table can also be used for different purpose. No, we can sit on that, we can keep as a dining table. Okay, these are the different features of the table. Okay, that is the one thing. Now Dynamically typed. Okay, this is the feature of the Python. Okay, what is dynamically typed in the sense? Typed feature of the Python whose data type is of the variable is not declared. Means if you have learned other languages, then we have a concept called a declaration. Okay, in that declaration, we usually use to declare the data type of the other variables. But in Python, we eliminate that concept. Okay, that is dynamic. By the help of dynamically typed, we introduce the concept while we are using the variables, then only we can write it. Okay, that thing, that is dynamically typed. We are not going to declare the variables. That is called as a dynamically typed. Now, let's say scripting language. Scripting language in the sense we have saw that JavaScript is there, PHP is there. These all are the languages of the scripting language. What does meaning of scripting language? Scripting because it is used to write the scripts. Okay, it is used to write the scripts for web pages. Okay, for the web pages. If a language is there which is used for to build the web pages, web application, then that type of language we call it as a scripting language. Okay, then we have introduction of the interpreted in the sense we have two things here. One is the compiled and another one is the interpreted. Let's see what is compiled. A whole program is there, and whole program will be execute at a time and it will give the result. Okay, that type of compilation. Okay, that type of running a program we call it as a compiled program. Okay, then another type of program is then another type of languages are then which will execute line by line. If it is execute line by line, if any error is occur, then at that time only it will stop the execution and it will give a error back to us. That type of language we call it as a interpreted language. These all are the basics and the definition of the language, but we have to tell this much only. Okay, what is the Python in the sense? But technically means Python is a programming language, is a high level object oriented and dynamically typed interpreted scripting language. Okay, and all the explanation related to each and individual things I have given here. Okay, that you have to see, remember this all this because it will help in future. Okay, you will get to know all these things. What is the object oriented dynamically typed scripting? Okay, we will be having a lot of things in the future to do all this with this. Okay, now let's say we are going to learn the Python now. Okay, now there may be some advantages related to Python. Okay, if there is no advantages, then we have already previous languages, no, then we can use them. Okay, but we have some advantages over other languages with respect to Python. Then we are using Python as a language. Let's see what are those the advantages. The first advantage is compared to other languages, it is Python is easy to learn and it is easy to understand and read and write. It is basically focusing on the syntax of the Python language, which is easy to understand and easy to learn, and it is easy to read and write. Okay, that is what it's saying. Next, Python is a platform independent language. Okay, what it is mean? Okay, here I am using Python ideally. I will show you how to install that. But this Python software is there. No, that software may use in Windows and may use in Mac, may use in Linux. That will say is that I am using in different platform. Okay, that platform means say it is a platform independent. It does not depend on any platform. We can use Python in Mac, we can use Python in Windows, we can use Python in Linux, Kali Linux and all. Okay, that is next advantage is Python is a open source language. This is a big advantage. What will happen now? The previous old languages they are not the open source. Means open source in the sense it is open to use. Okay, it is freely downloadable, it is freely accessible. The libraries of Python is freely accessible, so it is open source that everyone can download it from the internet and use it whenever they want. That the open source language what it will say. Okay, next advantage of Python is provide lots of built-in libraries and huge community support. Okay, lots of built-in libraries. This I want to highlight that highlight this because it this the among all languages we have a Python language which provides us lots of built-in libraries. Okay, not only built-in libraries, it will provide the libraries which is used by other user to use for you. Means they will create a pipe, okay, and they will uh, introduce in community, and from the community you can access them, you can use them. For example, we have a lot of libraries related to the data science. Okay, scikit-learn is there, keras is there, next numpy is there, scipy is there. These all are the built-in libraries which we use. Okay, if a user want to download that libraries, then they will host in the what in the web, then from the web we can access. Okay, that is what it will provide them lots of libraries and huge community support is there, because since it is easy that everyone can learn, no, so it is uh, it is that they will take less time and they will learn and they will build something and they will give for you to use it. That's it. Next, Python is an object-oriented language. See, after the C is up to functional programming language. Okay, after the C, we got C++. That is the pure object-oriented programming. Okay, this object-oriented programming is the key feature of the every language. Okay, key feature of the every language. It does not depend on any other things. It depends on the language. Okay, if it is support for the object oriented or not, like that. Okay, see, Python is also object oriented. We can do procedures in the Python. We can do functional programming in the Python. Along with that, we can do the object oriented things. Okay, we will have a big thing in object oriented. We will have a lot of fun there, that we see in the future. But as of now, it is the advantages of the Python. These are the few advantages of the Python. If anyone asks you, then this much of it, I think it is enough to tell the answer. Okay, let's see where and all we use the Python. Okay, normally we have saw that what is the Python. Next we saw the what is the advantages, but there will be some application. No, we have to use somewhere it. The first one is the in it will Python will be used in web development. Okay, for the web development, they have provided the Django and Flask two libraries. Django normally called as a framework. Flask is also a framework, but it is not much important as the Django. Okay, Django is the which will help us to build the web application. Okay, which will help us to build the web application. Okay, the web application is nothing but it is the application which is present on the internet that user can access. For example, a school website is them, a banking website is them. Okay, and Facebook. These all are nothing but the web applications. Okay, websites and web application. We can develop that by the help of Python. That is the one. Next, software development. Okay, here we are using Windows. For the Windows, we have a thing called as a software, that is OS. Okay, can we build that by the help of Python? Yes, of course. It will provide us a library called as a tkinter, or simply called as a kinter. Okay, by the help of kinter library, we can build a desktop application or laptop applications. Okay, laptop or desktop application. I can say that Python is applicable to build the software development. Next, we have a networking field. We have huge applications in networking, but For example, to say Python APIs there, these are also a framework Python API, but we can use it for as a to build the application programming interfaces, and this is the REST API there, that is REST framework is them, Python API is them. Okay, in the network also, present days, many hackers are using the Python to hack the website or to use the other source. Okay, to use the other sources, then we are using the Python. At present, the Python is a popular programming language in the network field. It is used in embedded, it is used in communication, like the many applications are there. But as of now, keep that Python is also used for networking. Next, scientific research, we can use Python, and here we are using Python in machine learning, artificial intelligence, and data science. These things you might have heard, that is machine learning is them, artificial intelligence is there, robotics is them. Okay, these all are comes under by the overcoming of Python. Okay, these are the actual features of the Python. Because of the lightweight Python, they have introduced us these all are the technologies which will be built based on the Python only. Okay, we can use other language, but majorly 90% of projects we will do only by the Python. Okay, the related projects like machine learning related project, artificial intelligence related project, data science related project, these all are the projects are there. No, they would be built based on the Python in the 90% of cases. Okay. Now, what are the, if you ask me what are the libraries that we have here, sklearn, means scikit-learn, and scipy is there, numpy is there, pandas is there, keras is there. Okay, these are nothing but the different libraries. As I said, it will have a huge community support. In that community, they will provide us these all are the libraries, built-in libraries. From the built-in libraries, we can access them, we can download them, and we can use freely. If you learn the complete Python, then you can build your own library and let them to use. Okay, let them to use. And here, as I said, it is Python is also used for the uh, cyber security. Okay, if we are using the networking, in the sense the networks include cyber security now, so we have used this. Okay, cyber security, we can use a broad application that before we are using the C, but nowadays we are preferring to use the Python as a major language in cybersecurity and network field. Okay, so these are the few applications. If anyone asks you what are the applications of the Python, then you can list them all these. Okay, now after the completion of this successful completion of this application of the Python, I want request to take some rest, and after that we will be continue. Okay, pause this video and take some rest, and I can come back and play this video. Okay, so now shall we start? Yes. Let's say the first topic in the Python is we have a broad thing that is called as a variable. Okay, what is this variable? We can formally define variable as a variable are the temporary stored values. These are the temporary stored values where we store the values in the memory is called as a variable. We are storing the values in the memory. Okay, we are storing the values in the memory by the help of some means. That means is nothing but the variable. Okay, variables are the temporary stored values in the memory is called as a variable. Okay, then other definitions we have for the variables is variables are the named or named memory locations where data is stored. For example, I am saying here, showing here, this is the name given for this location. Okay, this is the actual location, and this is location indicating here. In this location, we have a value called as a 100. Okay, as I said, name given to memory location, name is given to memory location, Okay, here also name given to memory location to store the data. Okay, to store the data. Here I am storing the data. Okay, for example, the syntax to write the variables is variable name is there equal to value. For example, a is equals to 10 is there. Okay, for a is equals to 10. If I say a is equals to 100, here I am giving 10. If I say a is equals to 100, then a is the variable which is then a is the name for the variable, and this variable name a contains the address of the value. Okay, address of the this is address 0x11 is nothing but the address. Okay, this address having some location. In this location we are storing the value. For example, I want to store the 100. Now 100 is there. For this 100 I will store in a memory. This memory address is 0x11. Okay. Now what I will do, this address I will store in the variable a as its value. If I get to access with the a, then I will get the 100. For example, I will open this ideally here. I will use a is equals to 100. Okay, this is the I am assigning 100 to a variable a. Understood? I am storing the value 100 in a variable a. I will enter here. A is equals to no. This is giving me 100. It means that variable a contains 100. Okay, if you ask me where and from where I have installed this, I will recommend you to go here and search for the python.org, python.org. Then you will get here. This is the first link, and press this and come to download. If you search for the Windows, then come here, Python download. It will automatically download. As of now, I will stop this. Okay, I will stop this. Next, it is downloading, I think so. Okay, I will pause this. I have already downloaded, so I am not going to download this. For to install this, just click next. Next, you will get the it is installed. And while coming, come here and in the search bar, press type the IDLE and enter. Then you will get the this user interface. Okay, this user interface. In this you can type a is equals to 100 and enter. If I want to access the value of a, then I will type a and I will enter. Okay, this is the how we will get the how we will store the variable a. Okay, now what I will do, I will come here and I will see what and all things I have completed. Okay, as I have as I have told them, the variable a contains the value 100. This is how we store the uh, value in a variable. Okay, this is the memory diagram actually. Now we will come across the concept called different types of variables and different types of assigning the variable. There are mainly three types of assigning the variable. One is the single variable with a single value, another one is the single variable with a multiple value, and the third one is the multiple variable with multiple value. Okay, how, for example, if I want to store the single value in a variable, then I am using a single value with a single variable name a. Okay, now if I want to assign multiple values here, 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40, these all are the number of values. Means if I want to store the multiple values, I can use the b as a variable name. Now this is how we store the multiple values in a multiple variable. It indicates that 20 is equal 200 is equal comma 300, that is equals to the c comma d. I mean to say c comma d is equal to 200 comma 300. The value of c would be 200 and the value of d would be 300. How it will? It will execute from left to right. The value of 300 is assigned to value d and the value of 200 is assigned to value c. We will see this. As I said, a is equals to 100 is there. Let me see. Now, there may be, as I said, the single value is the single value to and single value to single variable. Let's see. This is how we comment by using the hash. Okay, hash. If I use hash, then it will consider that line as a comment, which is non-executable statement. It will not execute the statement. If I press here has something, and if I enter, it will not give any result. Okay. As I said, the single value is then I am giving 100. Okay, this is single value to a variable called a. Okay, variable called a. If I enter this, then I will get the value a. This is a single value we are stored in the single variable. Now I will take b is equals to 10 comma 20 comma 30. What I am doing here, I am storing multiple value in a variable b. Can I store? Yes, I can store. It will store in the form of tuple. We will see that later. Where it was gone? Let's see. B is equals to enter. Okay, it has been enclosed in the bracket. In the this is called as a bracket. Okay, that what we are seeing here. Now, this basically it is in the form of tuple. What is tuple? That is belongs to a collection type of data. We will see it later. But as of now, think that we can store multiple variables, multiple values in a one variable. Okay. Now let's see. Another type of storing the value is we have to store multiple variables with the multiple values. Storing here. This is these are the 100 and 200. For example, I will take some different value 400 and 500. Okay. I want to store C is equals to 400, D is equals to 400. That could be done by the help of this. Okay. Instead of storing C is equals to 400 and D is equals to 500 like that, C is equals to 400 and D is equals to 400. Instead of doing all those things, what I will do, I will directly store values with a multiple value with a multiple variable. For example, I want to store E comma F value as a 1 comma 2. I want to store 2 value in variable F, 1 value in variable E. This type I can directly do. This is called as a multiple variable as an A is equals to nothing but the 1 and F is equals to 1. Okay. The one thing I want to introduce here before going to other concept, that is the important and very important. For example, I want to say A is equals to I will take 10. Okay. A is equals to I have taken 10. Now what I will take, B is equals to A. Okay, if I enter this, it will not give us any result. What is A hold? Okay, the concept is what A will hold. A hold 10, that we can see it directly. Now, what B can hold? B is holding the value of A. Okay, A is equals to 10 and let's see B is equals to also 10 because here we are referring it. The value 10 is referred by the variable A. Okay, and this value 10 is also referred by the name B. Are you understanding? For example, I want to tell you, okay, here I will take the value here, okay, I will take the value, this is the value. Now, what I will do, I will take here another called as A, okay, and I will take the B. At the first time, what will happen? The 10 value is there in the memory. Imagine this is the memory diagram. It will store the value 10, okay, and it will assign with some address. Let's say its address is 0. I will take here. Its address is 0x11. Okay, its address is 0x11. Okay, it is not coming, I think. Yes, 0x11. The address of 10 is 0x11. Okay, now A is referring to 0x11. Okay, A is also referring to 0x11. Okay, this is what the A is referring to 0x11. In the 0x11 address, we have 10. Okay, now B, if I given B is equals to A, if I given B is equals to A here, it means that the value B 10 is also referred by the value variable B. Okay, this is I will take here, and it is also referred by 0x11. Okay, now to say simply introduce. First of all, what it will do, it will take the value 10 and it will store in 0x11. Okay, then if I assign 10 to a variable A, what it will do, it is create a address and then it will store in the variable A. After that, if I given B is equals to A, what it will happen, the address of the variable which hold the A, means A is holding the address this address is assigned to variable B. Okay, 0x11. If it is referencing to 0x11, it means that it is pointing to 10. Okay, frequently I can say that that is A and B also holding the same value. Okay, A is equals to 10 and B is equals to 10. What happens if I given A is equals to 100? Will it refer to same 10 or else will it refer to uh, 100? Let's say yes, A is referencing to 100 because I have assigned here, means it will vanish its previous location with a new location called as a 100. Okay, what will happen now, this will create a new value here. Let's see, the 100 is there. Okay, it will 100. Okay, this have the address of, let's say, 0. Okay, 0x22, its address is 0x22. The moment I given A is equal to 100, previously A is referencing to 0x11, but now it is referencing to 0x22. Can I manage this? Okay, for select I will delete this. Now A is referencing to 0x22. Okay, now what will happen if now 0 A is referencing to 0x22, which is 100, will B will changes? No, B will be remain same as it is referencing to previous value, what is 10. Let's see here how it would be. This is the B is there. If I type B is equals to, then I'm still getting the 10. This is very typical and you have to understand this how it is flowing. If you got to understand this, then there is no such difficulties in the Python. It is basically used for the optimizing the memory. Okay, that it will collect the garbage value at the end which is not referencing to any value to any variable. Okay, these are a lot of things. Again, I want to tell that these are all the things you have to learn. By practice, it will come automatically. Okay, these are the different types of variable. What is variable? Variable is nothing but it is the named memory location where we store the value. This is the diagram how we usually represent the storing variable. This is the 100, which is the address in the 0x11. This address will be holded by the variable A. Okay, that will be A is equals to 100. Imagine that 10 as 100. Now there are different types of variables are there. One is the single variable with a single value. Example I have given here, A is equals to 100. I am storing a value 100 into a variable A, and single variable with a multiple value 10 comma 20 comma 30. I am storing the multiple value in variable B. This will store in the form of tuple by inbuilt. and then we have multiple variable with the multiple value to avoid the different statements as we use in the single variable. I don't want to give a is equals to c is equals to 200, d is equals to 200, e is equals to 500 like that. To avoid those, we are directly using multiple variables with a multiple value. So now we will be going with the keywords concept. Before that, I want to request you to take some times and we practice all those things, and take some water and take some rest. Again, pause this video. You can come later and start the video. But as of now, I am continuing because I don't have that all the things. If I sat now, I want to do this. Okay. So shall we start? Let's see. Keywords. After the completion of the variables, we have an important topic called as a keyword. What is this keyword? Say, usually the human beings kept the names. Okay, for this, what I am using the machine, I tell it as a laptop. And this is a pointer. Okay, we are usually representing something. Okay, like that. Python softwares also has some words which it will say it is my property. Okay, it is my property, and the user has to use them, but he is not able to change the meaning of that and the working of that. Let's see what is that. Keywords we have introduced here. What is this keywords? Keywords are the predefined words. Okay, these are the predefined words present in Python. Okay, but it is present in the Python software whose value and meaning will not be changed. As I said, Python will keep some words as its property, and these words for the user they can use, but they can't change the meaning and also the value of the these words. Okay, that we call it as a keywords. Keywords are the limited to use. That keywords are limited to use, but not change the meaning and the value of it. Okay, for example, we have keywords like break, int, float, str, continue, try. These are all nothing but the keywords. Okay, let's see how we can get the all the keywords. Again, I will go with my interpreter. Okay, here I will come. I will short this so that I can show you everything on my compiler only. Let's say imagine this is my compiler is the interpreter is the I'm using a is equals to 100. Let's say whether it is working. Now it is working fine. Keyword, as I said, these are the predefined words present in the Python software whose meaning and value will not be able to change by the user. What, let's say, as I have used here, these are nothing but into float str tram. Okay, some other keywords also are there. Let's see what are those. Uh, I want to list all the keywords here. Okay, how I could do that could be done by using this import. Say import is also a keyword. Okay, it is like a keyword. It is a it is used basically to import any libraries. As of now, I am importing the keyword library. Okay, I have imported, and then I will take this keyword library with the dot operator extension. Okay, I have given some wrong spelling mistakes. Keyword dot kw list. Okay, if I enter this, then you will get a lot of keywords. Among them, we have false, none, true, and, as, assert, async, await. These all are nothing but the keywords. Do we have import here as a keyword? Okay. If it is not a keyword, then it is a built-in function. That's it. Okay. Basically, we use this import keyword, import statement to import the libraries. This is the built-in library. In this built-in library, we have a keywlist as a function which will give us the list of the all the keywords which is present in the uh, what the Python interpreter. These all are 36, I think so. You can count them. For example, I will store it is in no, I will store them, but later we can do all those things. Okay. Now I said we cannot change the meaning of it. Yes, we can't change. Can we change the value of it? Let's say we have a keyword called as a true. It is a keyword. It is came in the color of orange. No, if it is came in the orange color, it means that it is a built-in or predefined. Okay, predefined. Since it is coming import as a predefined orange color, as so I said. Okay, but it is a built-in function, not a built-in keyword. Okay, now import true is nothing but it is a keyword. As you are watching here, can I change the value of true? Okay, I will give true is equals to, let's say, 100. It will give error for us. Okay, this is, it will give syntax error. Along with that, it will give some message that cannot assign to true. We can't assign means we can use it. Okay, we can use it, but we can't assign any value to the true. Okay, that is what I want to say. Again, keywords are nothing but the predefined words whose value we can't change. Okay, and also meaning. So after the successful completion of the keywords, we have another concept called as a identifier. Okay. See, I am telling all these things, but you have to practice. How you can practice? Just as I say, as I done here, that is A is equals to 100. Okay, B is equals to 100, like that. If I say A is equals to what, B is equals to what, okay, A is equals to, then again I will give C is equals to A. Okay, then what is the A? C is equals to M. You can practice here. Okay, here I am going through the all the theory topics which is must necessary for the interview. If you give answer correctly, they will hire you. Okay, for that I am using little bit focusing on the what theory part. So okay, these are the basic. If you understand these basics better, then it is enough. Okay, to proceed with the Python. Since it is the starting, we will be focusing on some more things. Okay, now another topic called as the identifiers. Okay, remember that we are using the variables. Okay, for that variables we are naming properly. A is equals to 10, like that. Here convention I am using A, that is belongs to a rule of the identifier. What it will say, let's see. Name given to programming element. Okay, this is the name. Identifiers are nothing but the name given to programming element, such as variables are there, functions are there, classes are there, and then this is called as an identifier. The process of giving or the process of name given to programming elements such as variables, functions, classes are called as an identifier. Okay, we not only give all the naming, but also we include the modules also. But as of now, what is identifier? Name giving to programming elements. The programming elements are either it may be variable or maybe functions and classes. Okay, then identifiers are basically used for identification. For what purpose we will use this? For identification purpose. And the name should be descriptive and meaningful. Okay, the name should be descriptive and meaningful. Okay, try to give the unique name for the unique value. Okay, as I said, this is I am here. I have opened the another interpreter. Okay, a is equals to 10. Okay, then I am giving a here. It's mean that I am naming a value 100 to with one variable. Okay, and the process of giving this name, either I can give A or ABC, or I can give CDFE, whatever the process of giving the name to a programming element is nothing but the variables to store the value 100. Okay, that is the variable. Now if I give the any name, that should be a identifier. What is mean the identifier mean? For identification, I will use this. I can say number. Okay, number. It is a descriptive no. number is nothing but it is 100. Okay, like that it is descriptive. If I enter this, then it will show. If I give a number and if I enter, then it will give the value. Number is nothing but the 100. Okay, can I give num1? Okay, it will give us name here because I have not defined this. Okay, I have not. Instead of that, I will give if num1 is equals to 100, then it will show us. It will not show us any error. Instead of that, it will show us the value which is present in the number. Okay, these all are the things. Same. Then whatever you want to give, that should be a descriptive. Descriptive means it should give some meaningful. As I am storing here 100, 100 is nothing but since it is a number, so I have given here num1, number 1 as I. Okay, if I give another number that is num2, I will take it as a 200. If I give here num2, then it is a number 2. Okay, something like the meaning is there like that. Okay, so mm, that next, try to give the unique number. Okay, try to give the unique number in the sense of since we are using the different variables, different classes, different functions, and in future if we are going to use, then we get confused. So instead of confusing, mm, to not to confuse, we will give the some unique numbers to each and individual variable. Okay, that it will change. And this while naming we have to follow some proper rules and regulation. Let's see what are those rules and regulation. There are majorly 5 rules are there. It is the compulsory to be followed. Okay, the first one is the identifier should not be a keyword. Can I use identifier as a keyword? Here I am using lot of keywords now. Okay, these all are nothing but the lot of all are the keywords. Can I use true to store some value? Okay, can I use here? Can I store 100 in true? Okay, can I store? It will not. Okay, so they have given the rule as identifier should not be a keyword. Okay, identifier the identifier the identifier should not be a keyword. It should not be a keyword. Let's see another one. Except underscore, we should not use any special symbols in the identifier. Okay, while naming the identifier, what we have to do, should not use any special characters. The special characters are exclamation, uh, at, hash, dollar, and percentage. These are the special symbols. If we use the special symbol, then it will give error. So they are giving us the attention that we should not use any special characters except underscore. Let's see. If I use what it will happen. I am using here at as a special and I will take sum. Sum is equals to SUMM. I will take sum. Okay, is equals to 100. If I enter this, it will give error. What it is giving error? Invalid syntax. Maybe you meant equal to or colon equal to instead of equal to. It means saying that it will giving error because of the at. Okay, if I give dollar, let's see what it will happen. Num is there. Okay, num is equals to 100. So again it will give invalid syntax. We should not use the dollar symbol. Here it is using some decorator concept. We will see that later, but it actually give the invalid syntax like this. We should not use any special symbols. For example, if I use star 100, okay, star num is equals to, or else I can use num hash, okay, num cap equal to 100. If I give like that, it will give some error. That is invalid syntax only. Num is not defined. Did you mean some num like that? Okay, it will give error if you use the special symbols as an identifier. Now white space is not allowed. Okay, white space is not allowed. What it means? I can use number. Okay, if I want to use first number, can I use like this first number? Okay, this goes to, let's say, 400. Okay, this is my first one. If I enter this, it will give me error because I'm using the special uh, empty space. Then empty space is also a special character and it has a value in the ASCII value, so it will not accept. Okay, if I enter this, it will give me a error because empty space is not, we should not use any empty space. Instead of that, can I use underscore? Yes, I can use. Then how if you ask me how can I write this multiple numbers, I will use underscore number is equals to 400. If I enter this, it will give me, and I will take the number back. Okay, then first number is equals to 100. Okay, can I now this is the one case I want to. This is also called as a snake case. Another one is the camel case is that we can use like this also first number, okay, is equals to, let's say, 900. If I enter this type of case called as a camel case. Okay, what is camel case in the sense? First line or first word of any sentence should be a lower case. Okay, and apart from other words are there, no, its first letter should be uppercase. Okay, for example, this is the first value. Okay, like this. Okay, here I am using the camel case. Camel case tells that first letter, first word should be lowercase. Okay, apart from the apart from that, first character of every word should be in uppercase. Okay, the same thing I can use this. Okay, this is enter. Okay, to repeat that, just click on this number and enter. It will give back. You can enter the value to repeat the same sentence. Okay, so we have covered with the we should not use any special white space. No. Another thing is both uppercase and lowercase is different. Means it basically enforcing us to tell that Python is a case sensitive language. What is this case sensitive? Okay, same. If I use a is equals to, let's say, 0, okay, if I a is equals to 0 and capital A is equals to 0, okay, both are different. That is called as a case sensitive. If it is same, that is case insensitive. Here I am using small a and here I am using capital A. If small a is different than capital A, then it is called as a case sensitive. It is sensing the case. Okay. If it is not like that, it is a case insensitive. Okay. For example, A is equals to 0 is there and capital A is equals to also hold the 0. And another one I will take the Z. Okay. Z is equals to, I will take some 700. Okay. And capital Z is equals to, I will take some value 800. Now let's see what it will hold. Z is small z will hold the 700 and capital Z will hold the 800. Means both lowercase is different and uppercase is different. That is what it's saying. Both uppercase and lowercase is different. It means that it is a case sensitive language. It is understanding in which case we are writing. Either we are writing in uppercase or we are writing in lowercase. Now, another rule of the identifier is the last rule of the identifier is we can use number but not at the starting position. Okay, I, I say we should not use any special characters here. Can we use the number? Okay, let's say one is no, first number. Can we write like this? Okay, first number is equals to 400. If I say it is an invalid syntax. If I should not use the number in the starting. Can I use after this? number we can use. Okay, this is the first like this I have used, and I will use the n num. Okay, n1 u m m for num. Okay, is equal to 4. Will it work? Yes, of course it will work. Okay, because at the starting position only it will not accept. Apart from that, at any position it will be accept. Okay, so you give num. Okay, 100. Okay, like this you can give, or you can give like underscore at the starting. I'm not giving first num. Okay, is equals to, let's say, 300. It will accept because I'm not giving any number at the starting position. Instead of doing that, I'm doing everything. It will accept. Okay, these are the 5 rules which we have to follow while naming the identifier. The first one rule is we should not use the keyword as an identifier. Next, we should not use any special characters except underscore. And third one is we should not use any space. Okay. Next, the fourth one is both lowercase and uppercase are different. And the fifth one rule is we may use number but not at the starting position. Okay, these all are the rules which belongs to the identifier. Okay, see, as of now we have gone all these rules. I want to focus you to read all these things and then analyze and then do some practice in your ideally and then come up with the continue with the series. Hello guys, today we will be seeing the data types. What are the different data types? These all are the basic data types which we are using them in a Python. See, in normally what happen in our real scenario, we have two different data types. One is the alphabets are there, okay, and the one is the number is there, numeric. What we can say in daily purpose, we use only these two things. One is the alphabets and the other one is the numbers, such as 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 9 up to infinity. And here we used to use Z to A to Z, and next small a to Z and capital A to Z. Okay. In a Python also we have some different types of data. Let's see what are those. First we understand what is data type, then we will go step by step. Information. What is information in the sense? It is a raw fact. I can say it is a raw and known facts. Okay, raw in the sense it is present as a rough format. Means we have not filtered it, and then we are using. Okay, raw means raw material like that. It is not filtered. It is not shaped. Okay, like that. And known facts, which is known. We know the ore is there, iron ore is there, but we don't know which is not purified like that. That is called as a information. Facts means the thing present in that. Okay, a raw fact or raw or known concept. Okay, which is not which is known as a information. Now let's see what is, as I said here, data types. Let's see what is data. Data is a systematic and disciplined representation of information called as a data. See, these are the definitions I have collected from different resources, and I want to make as much as simple, and then it is so much descriptive. Okay, that is what is data in the sense. Data is nothing but it is the systematic with some discipline. Systematic means with some methods, okay, some rules and some regulations, okay. And discipline in the sense we have to follow some codes, okay. We have to follow some backgrounds like that. Okay, systematic and discipline representation of information. What is information? This is the raw and known fact. Okay, we call it as a data. Okay, systematic and disciplined representation of information, we call it as a data. Let's see what is the meaning of data. Okay, now data type what it means, it defined as a type or kind of data which we are using. Means we have collected the data. Okay, which type of data it is then? Either it is a number or it is a like alphabets or some values are there. Okay, we don't know. Okay, which kind of data it is there? That is found out by the help of data type. Okay, for example, in maths we have different data types like as a number systems. Okay, in generals we have the letters. Okay, and numbers. Okay, for doing regular business and all we use numbers and letters. Okay, so these are the things which related to the data types, but different types of data types are there. We will see them. Okay, so here we are came to picture the different types of data types. Okay, what are those types of data? Based on the data types, we have categorized into two types. One is the single value data type, and the other one is the multi-value data type or multi-valued data type. Okay, multi-value or multi-valued data type. How you will read that depends on you. The thing which it will enclose, I will tell you. Data type is nothing but it is a kind or type of data which you are using. Okay. Now, single value data type is nothing but if I want to store any single value in a particular variable, then we that type of data type we call it as a single value data type. Okay, if I have a multiple value and those multiple value I want to store in a variable, then that type of data type we call it as a multi-value data type. I have not given definition, but I have told you. Okay, if I want to store a single value, a individual value to a particular variable, then we call it as a single value. If I want to store multiple different kind of data into a variable, then we call it as a multi-value data type. Okay, these are the things. Now, in again single value data type, you have two different data types of data. Okay, one is the numeric and the one is the non-numeric. Numeric under the numeric means here we comes under the thing called as a number. If I am using a single value data type of type numbers, we call it as a numeric data type. If it is not a number, then we call it as a non-numeric data type. Okay, there are two different data types are in the single value data type. If you are using the number, then we call it as a numeric data type. If it is not number, then we call it as a non-numeric data type. Okay. Now, in the numeric data type, again we have different data type. One is the int is there, which is basically used to represent the integer, and float is there, which is basically used to represent the floating data type. Another one we have a complex, okay, which is used to represent the imaginary numbers. Okay, in the non-numeric data type, we will have a boolean is there. Boolean data type is there. In the boolean, we have two types. One is the true, another one is the false. Okay, these are the boolean values. Okay, now do you think this much explanation only? No, be we take some time, sir. We will be covering each and individual, and this is absolutely good. Okay, we will see later that how we are going to cover. You will see. Okay, now after the completion of single value data type, we have a thing called as a multi-value data type, which will store the multiple data. In that multiple data, either may be in the form of string, or list, or tuple, or set and dictionary. Okay, in this multi-value data type, we have five data types. These all are the things. We will see one by one. The first one is what is the single value data type? That is one. Single data type is the type of data which will able to store the only one value. The data type is them which will store only one value. That type of data we call it as a single value data type. For a variable, we have only one single value. Okay, that is what the single value data type. Next, in the single value data type, we have what int, float, and complex. We will see them one by one. What is this int? Okay, let's see here the picture is there. Okay, what is int? Int is a short form of the integer. Okay, in the common we have this concept in mathematics called as a number system. Okay, in the number system we have again different thing like natural numbers and the integer numbers, whole numbers, rational numbers, irrational numbers. These are the different kinds of data types in the number system. But here in the Python we have single value data type. In that numeric system, in the numeric we have int data type. Integer is nothing but it which is short form of the integer. Int is a numeric data type, consists of whole numbers and negative natural numbers. Okay, in the whole numbers, it will comes under 0 to infinity, and the negative natural numbers will come 0 or not including 0 minus 1 to minus infinity. Together, minus infinity to the plus infinity, all the values we call it as a integer values. Okay, it will consist of whole numbers and negative natural numbers. Okay, that type of data we call it as a integer data type. Again, we have a different point for the different point. This we can find the data type of data by using uh, type function and address of int by using the id function. Okay, what it is telling us, we will see this okay, memory size to store the data of type int is 2 bytes and the default value for the int data type is 0. Let's see the syntax of this integer data type, which is the variable name is equals to value. For example, num is equals to 100. Here num is the here 100 we have stored in the some memory location, and for that memory location we have given the address 0x11, and this 0x11 we have stored in somewhere and it is labeled as a num. Okay, let's see what it is telling us. Okay, here I will use this concept here. Okay, it will go show some error. Yes, okay, I will come here. Num, as I said, num is equals to 100. Okay, just now I'm focusing on the integer data type. Okay, integer is a data type which consists of from minus infinity to the plus infinity, which consists of negative natural numbers and the whole number. Whole numbers may be, it may be the 0. Okay, num is equals to uh, 0. Yes, it is also integer. Okay, num is equals to, if I use some big value, then it is also integer. If I take some negative values, let's say for then it is also, if I give num, then it will storing. What I mean to say, I can store the negative values 0 and positive value in a variable called num, which is of type int. For example, if I say I can find out which type of data storing in the num variable, that could be found out by the help of type function. I will pass the num as an argument to the type function. It will give us a result which type of it is. Okay, it is saying us of class int. Okay, this is class is related to oops concept, but as of now we will skipping that because it will take a lot of time to explain how it will work and all. But we are concentrating on this thing, that is type function will result as num, which consists of integer values, and it is representing us a integer type of data. Now I will take num2. Okay, num2 is equal to, I will store 0. Let's see which type of data type is there. Okay, let's say I will take type of num2. Okay, it should be again int only. Okay, if I take some positive value, okay, mm, can I take type of this much? Okay, in type of negative numbers. Okay, means type function will help us to find which type of data I am using. Here 23434 is nothing but is of type integer type. Okay, next, this is why we can find the type of it by using type function and address of int by using id function. Id function will help us to find out the address of the variable. Address means here I am regularly taken it as a 0x11, but it is not actually the 0x11. It will give a big hexadecimal number. What is that? Let's see. Okay, again I have opened here. Let's say num is equals to 100. Okay, now if I type is equals to num, it will give us int. Now I want to find at which memory location it has been stored. For that I will use id function. id function will take the argument and it will give the address of the function. Okay, address of the variable. Now let's, as I said, this is the address of the variable num. Okay, num which consists of 100 and the 100 is stored in the 1583319813456. In this memory location it is stored. Okay, so so other things we have here, these are the default values. Say default value for the uh, number int type of data is 0, and then we have a syntax for this, how we able to declare the value and how we use to initialize the value. This is called initialization. Now another data type is float data type. Okay, what is this float data type? Float is a short form of floating point number. If a number is there, if it is have any decimal point or floating point, then it is called as a float type of data. Okay, that is, float is a numeric data type, consists of floating decimal values. Okay, it consists of floating decimal values associated with the dot symbol. Okay, like this here. For example, they have given 10.0004. If I am using the dot operator, that if I am using dot operator, then it becomes the floating point number. Okay, then we can find the type of it by using type function. Okay, similar to int, and then address of float by using id function. Now the default value for the float is 0.0 point 0. Okay, this will help us in future, but as of now keep it as it is. That is, default value for int is 0, but default value of float is 0.0 point 0. Then memory size which is required to store the floating type of data, it will require 4 bytes. Okay, the syntax for that is variable name and the value. Let's see what is that. Okay, see here I am using the floating point number. A floating point number consists of floating value. Let's say I am using here 23. Okay, 23.55. Okay, this is a floating point number or a float value. Why? Because it consists of decimal point. Okay, for that I am saying, let's say it is a is equals to 23.55. This is a decimal value or else a floating point number value. If I enter this, if I say a, then it will giving us 23.55, which means it is storing. Now I want to know whether it is a floating point or not. For that we use the type function and try to pass the argument as a variable, and let's find whether it will work or not. If I enter, then it will give us class float. Again, I am saying we are not focusing on the class, we are just focusing on the float. Okay, now this is the float type of data. If I want to see where actually it has been stored, I can use the ID and then I can find out the address of Its address is 15833554. Okay, this is the address of the where it has been stored. This is about the all related to floating point value. Now let's see the complex data type. Okay, usually we have this concept called as a complex data type while we are performing any calculation related to the what imaginary numbers. Okay, same. Complex is used to represent the complex numbers consist of imaginary numbers. Okay, a number if it is contains any imaginary number, then it is called as a complex number. Okay, basically, I can say root minus 1 is nothing but the value of I like that. Okay, I square is nothing but it is a minus 1 and I is nothing but it's a root of minus 1. About what I'm talking in maths. Okay, now complex is a numeric data type consists of both real and imaginary values such as I or chain symbol. For example, a plus ib and x plus iy, which we use frequently in our uh, colleges and all. Okay, that call in that we are using these x plus iy and a plus ib like that. But here we are using the same. The complex data type is consist of both real and imaginary values. We can find the type of it by using the type function, and address of the complex can be found out by using the id function, and the default value for the complex data type is 0j, and memory size to use to store the complex data type is 4 bytes. Okay, now variable name, the syntax uh, while initializing the complex data type is variable name is equals to value. Here they have given as an example num3 is equals to 10.4j. Okay, here num3 is the label. It has been stored with a 0x33 address in the 03x. In 0x33 we have stored the value. Okay, let's see in the interpreter, okay, whether it will work or not. I will take num3. Okay, I will take num3 is equals to 10 plus 4j. Okay, if I enter, yes, it is working. Now I want to confirm whether it is a complex number or not. I will take help of type function, that is num3. If I enter, it will saying as it is of type class complex. Okay, this is. I want to know where it is stored. Let's say num3. If I enter this, then the default value for this is 0j. Okay, 0j. That's it. Okay, now and the another one thing, can I store the negative complex numbers? Yes, of course, I can give minus 34 plus 4j. Yes, I can store, but it was enclosed in the brackets because it will represent the only one number. Okay. Now, I will take the another variable called as let's say AAA is equals to. I will take the bracket and sub 8 plus 5j. Can I take like this? Yes, I can take. Here we have to use only j. We don't have to use I or other convention. Okay, 5j. If I enter, if I take the AA, that is given. If I given the type of A, A, then it will give the complex. Okay, we have end up with the complex type of data type, which is the completion of the numeric data type. Now we have non-numeric data type. Let's see what it will tell us. Non-numeric data type. Again, I want to tell before going to this topic. I want to tell take the some time and go with the. If you don't understand, go with the repetition of these videos. And if you haven't take any rest, please take some rest so that your mind can refresh, and then while you are come again and it should be refreshed and the field fresh, then you can flow with the studies. Then we will be, however, we are continuing. Let's continue. Okay. So I recommend you take some rest and then come back. Okay, that's it. Uh, Now we are going to start with the non-numeric data type. As of we have completely gone through the numeric data type, now let's start with the non-numeric. Non-numeric is also called as a Boolean value data type. Okay, bool is a short form of Boolean data type. Okay, bool is nothing but it is a short form of the Boolean data type. Like int is a short form of integer. No, like that. Bool is a short form of Boolean data type. Bool is a non-numeric data type consists of either true or false. It have only two values, either one may be true or it may be false. If it is not true, it will be false. If it is not false, it will be true. That's it. True and false both act as a keyword. As I said, it will act as both keywords. Why I have shown you, can I show you? I have shown you. No. So in here, the true is nothing but it is a keyword. And after this, we have some false here. Maybe let's see here. False is it is also a keyword. Okay. True and false is nothing but it is both are the keywords. We can find the type of it by using type function and address of the boolean value by using id function. Next term, the numeric value of for true is 1 and for false is 1 and default value is false. Okay, the memory it is need to store the boolean value is only 1 byte. For example, we have a variable syntax for to store the non-numeric value is variable name is there, we assign with the value. For example, is good is equals to true. Here I am using space, but we should not use any space. Is good is true, is light is on, is false. Like that we have given example. Is good, that is good is there, it is a label and it will store the address which is representing the 1. Okay, let's see how it will work in the boolean. The first one is here. I have to store the value, the variable. Let's say I will take var is equals to true. Okay, this is the variable name, and I'm assigning with the boolean value. Right? I want to find the type of var. Okay, which type of var it is. It is of bool. Bool in the sense boolean. I want to know in which where it was stored. Okay, in the memory. Its address is 14075917. This much of address is there. Oh my god. Okay, that is I'm thinking. Okay, this is the highly complex value which is a 12 13 digit number I think so. But we don't use but think that uh, id function will help us to find out the address and type function will help us to find out the type of data which we are using. Okay, so default value is the false is there, which whose integer value would be 0. Okay, that is if I want to compare that term is let's say false. Okay, capital false is equal to 0 now. It will say true because 0 value is equal to the 1. No? So what it's saying? The true is 1 and for false is 0. Okay, that is what the true is 1. True is equal to 1. Yes, that is what it's saying. Uh, so we have come across the boolean and we have completed with the boolean value. Now let's go with the multivalued data type. Okay, again I'm saying take some rest and again come back. But we will be proceeding. This is a huge topic and very important topic. In this topic only we will get lot of questions and what are the different types of questions we will see. We will be having an interview. Okay, that is the first one is what actually the multi-value data type is. Multi-value data type is also called as a collection data type. Okay, collection data type, why we call it as a, it's a group of collection. It is a group of value. It is a group of items. Okay, for that we call it as a multi-value or a collection data type. In multi-value, we store many number of data. Okay, one or more than two, like that. More than two number of data together for the same variable. For the same variable. For example, here we store all these numbers to the some variable. Multi-value data type is the collection or both single value data type and the one is the multi-value data type. This is the advanced things what I want to say, because if you gone through the multi-value data type, what we will do, we will store the multi-value data type inside the multi-value data type, and along with that we can store the single value data type also. That what actually it is. Multi-value data type is a collection of both the single data type and also multi-value data types together. Okay, together called as a multi-value data type. Okay, example is here. Uh, so to before going to this one, I want to show you what is the meaning of indexing and slicing. Indexing. Let's see what is the indexing. Uh, Here we have three concepts. One is the indexing, another one is the slicing, another one is the mutability. What is indexing? Let's see. The above both processes are used to extract some indexing and the slicing. These two, okay, the above both processes, that is indexing and slicing, are used to extract the data items from the collection. Collection is what? The group of data. If I want to extract those group of data individually, we used to follow the indexing or slicing. Okay. For that, we call it as a group of data. From that, we are extracting the data. The above both the process are used to extract the data items from the collection. Okay, let's see what is indexing. Both are used to extract only, but let's see what is the difference. Indexing is the process of assigning the unique address for each and individual item of any collection. A collection is then, for that collection, if I want to assign a unique address, that is called as a indexing. Okay, by the help of that unique address, we able to extract the data. Okay, understand that? Now, variable name is there, index value is there. Okay, this is the syntax for the indexing. Now, let's see slicing. What is the meaning of slicing? Slicing is the process of getting the group of values from the collection together is called as a slicing. Okay, as I said, indexing basically extract the unique elements, or unique means individual elements, but slicing will help us to extract a group of values. Okay, group of values at a time. For that we have to follow some syntax. The syntax is variable name, square bracket, starting point, stopping point, and then step. Okay, how much step after we have to extract. So these all are related to the indexing and slicing. How we could do the indexing and slicing, we will see later. Okay. After that, we have a concept of mutability. What is the mutability in the sense? Mutability is the process in which the collection data types or get changed or remain same. Okay. Mutability, either it may be changed or may not be changed. Okay. Then we have two things in the mutability. One is the mutable, another one is the immutable. Okay. One is the mutable, another one is the immutable. What is the mutable? If the data present in the collection, a data is there in the collection, okay, such as let's say, if these are the data present in the collection, if it is changed, okay, if it is changed, then we call it as a mutable. Okay, the data is present in the collection, that is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 are them. This is present in collection, which is in the square bracket. And if we are able to change the values or items present in this collection, then this type of data we call it as a mutable data. Okay, mutable. If the data present in the collection is get changed or replaced, is called as a mutable data. If the data present in the collection is same and it will not change, then we call it as a immutable. Means it will remain same, it will not change. If I going to add items, it will not accept. If I want to delete the items, if I want to remove the items, it will not accept. Okay, if we could not do any processor, just we can access the items and elements present in the item, that type of thing we call it as a immutable. Okay, it will not change. That is called immutable. And another one thing is under these are the indexing and slicing and mutability. Now let's see what is the homogeneous and heterogeneous. Okay, let's see what is homogeneous. Homogeneous means collection of same type of data. Okay, or collection of same type of data types. Okay, here I am using say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 100 and 1. These all are related to only one data type called as a int. It does not belongs to any floating point number or not belongs to any complex numbers or not belongs to any boolean values and all. Okay, such type of data, okay, which is belongs to only one type of data types called as a homogeneous. Homogeneous means collection of same type of data. Okay, data types called as a homogeneous. Opposite to this, we have heterogeneous. Heterogeneous means we have some collection. In that collection, we have different kinds of data types. Okay, for example, 10 is there, 20 is there. 10 and 20 are belongs to integer, but 10.5 is there. No, it is actually belongs to floating point. Don't consider that if you don't want to. Consider this 4 plus 5 chain which is belongs to the complex number. Here I am using multiple types of data. No, that multiple types of data is nothing but it is a collection of multiple types of or different kinds of data. That type of collection we call it as a heterogeneous collection. Okay. Now, let's say the repetition. Okay, if the item present in the collection is of different values, I mean, if two items are not same, then we call it as a unique collection of data. Same. I am using here one. If I use again one here, then the items has been repeated. No. Okay, that type of collection is there. If it is repetition, the repetition is there. If it is not repeated, means if it is unique items, all the items are unique, then keep it as a unique as it is. It will help for us in while defining the set type. Okay, while defining the set collection data type. Okay, but as of now, think that if the any data type is repeated, then repetition is allowed. If it is not repeated, it is the collection of randomly and collection of unique type of data. Okay, unique type of data. Okay, be focus on these things. So what is indexing, what is mutability, what is slicing, and what is homogeneous and heterogeneous. By using this only, we will be able to define the collection type of data. Okay, as in the previous, we have gone through the what boolean type of data. Okay, we have saw the int, float, complex, true and false. Now we will be going with the multi-value data, which is the collection of multiple values in a collection. That collections are either string, list, tuple, or set and dictionary. Okay, we will see one by one. Okay, have you gone through all this? Okay, that's fine. Now let's start. Okay, the first type of data is str. Okay, str multi-value data type. Str is a short form of string. Yes, it is string. What is the string data type then? String is a collection of both homogeneous and heterogeneous data types is called as string. It is a collection of both homogeneous and heterogeneous data types is called string. Okay, this string, okay, this string, homogeneous and heterogeneous means I can use same type of data, and if I want to use some different kinds of data, then I can. Okay, that is called as a string. The quotes may be single quotes or double quotes or triple single quotes or triple double quotes and template string. Okay, this data we have to enclose it in either single quotes or double quotes or triple quotes. Okay, these are the different quotes which we use frequently. What I mean to say, I will use here a different interpreter. Okay, I will close this. Okay, and this is also I will close. I will use another one. Okay, here same. A string is then I will take a variable var. Okay, if I use a again if I enter if I want to find the type of var, it will show class str, which means the given data type is string. Okay, now this is only a string type of data. Can I use different kinds of data? Can I use numbers there? Yes, of course I can use. I will take var1 is equals to in enclose I will use ASDF like that 1 2 3 and hashtag and point something and name. Okay, whatever I want I can give. If I enter again, if I find the where one, then it will give us the result. Means I can put same type of data which is AAA and I can put different kinds of data. Here these are the letters and along with that I am keeping the numbers. This is nothing but the collection of both homogeneous and along with that heterogeneous type of data. Okay, it is the collection of both homogeneous and heterogeneous type of data, and it is enclosed in either single quotes, double quotes, triple quotes. How it could be? Let's see this one. Here I have enclosed this string in the single quote. Can I enclose the another string? Let's say I will take 3 in double quotes. Yes, surely I can enclose. I will take some value and something. If I enter no, if I give var 3, then it will again showing the same result. I can by using double quotes also I can store the string data type. Okay, that is var3. If I use var4, can I use triple quotes? Okay, triple single quotes. Okay, like this. Okay, yes. If I randomly I am taking number just by typing. If I enter no, then again yes, it is taking no var4. Okay, for finding the sake function, I will use var type of a, it is saying same thing. Okay, var3, it is also saying var3 and type of var3, it is saying same thing. It all are belongs to the type of string only, but we are using sometimes single quotes, sometimes using double quotes. Another thing is that I will take var5 is equal to, I will use double quotes. Okay, triple double quotes I will use. I will see, take the random things and dot dot like that. Okay, if I enter var5, okay, and type of var5, again it will show us the string type of only. I meant to say that is both homogeneous and heterogeneous. Now, string is a type of multivalued data type, consists of collection of group of characters, should be enclosed in the clause. All these things should be enclosed in the codes. Okay, string consists of characters like uppercase, lowercase, numbers, or special symbol. That is what we have used here. Okay, either it may consider uppercase, lowercase. We can use uppercase also, numbers and special symbols such as dot and spaces like that. Okay, so next is it will consider characters like uppercase, lowercase, and all. No? String is immutable type of data. Can I immutable data type of data? What is the rule of immutability here? Immutability. If the data present in the collection is same and it will not change, then we call it as an immutable type of data. How could I change the data? Okay, how could I change the data then? Let's see. I will take the string. This is the string. First, I will go with the indexing of the string. Then we will go with the slicing. Next, we will go with the mutability of the thing. Okay, I will take where one is equals to with some index values. Let's say A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, point, space, and percentage like this symbol, which give us both homogeneous and heterogeneous type of data. Okay, it should be, if I am using here double quotes, we should use the double quotes only to close it. I will take and I will enter here and I will, instead of single quote, I will use the double quotes. I will enter. Now it will run successfully. If I take a where one, it will give us the result. Now I want to perform the index. What is the meaning of index in the sense? Assigning the assigning the values. Okay, assigning the number to each and individual element of the collection. Okay, here A act as an element, B act as an element, C act as an element, D like that. Each and individual, even the space is also act as an element. For that, if I want to assign any number, that is called as an indexing. That is, it will assign automatically, but as of now, we are saying where one no. So, again, now how it will assign? Let's say I have taken here example uh, so that to show you. Here I have taken the example. Syntax for this is variable and the value. If I store here, message is equals to hello world. Okay, message is equals to the message is the label and it contains the address 0x11. 0x11 is here. Okay, it is instead of 100 you can use 11 and it is stored in the form of packet. H is one packet, E is one packet, L is one packet, L is one packet, and each and individual character is stored in each and individual packet. Okay, so to show you by frequently what I will do, I will use him. I will take some values here. Okay, I will take A. Okay, A, B, C, and D. This is my string. For this, let's say I will assign with a name called as a where is equals to this thing. Okay, where is equals to A, B, C, D. Neglect the space. For this, what it will do? Okay, uh, I will take this brush. For this, it will consider as a zero index. Okay. For B, it will consider as a first index. For C, it will consider as a second index. And D, it will consider as a third index. Okay. This is how it will assign. Okay. How you can see this? Let's see here. I will take where is equals to, in the codes I will take A, B, C, D. Okay. Now what I will do, where of 0 I will take. It should give us what is A. Okay, because in the 0th index A is present. Will it is given? Yes, it is given. Where of 1. Okay, where of 1. If I given like that, it has to give us 1. Okay, 1 I mean in 1th position. Okay, this is 0. A is belongs to 0th position, B is belongs to first position, C is belongs to second position, and D is belongs to third position. The indexing will start from the 0. Okay, try to understand. The indexing will be start from the 0. There will be basically two types of indexing, but we are focusing only one type of indexing, that is positive indexing. The positive indexing will be start from 0 to the end of length of with the minus 1. Okay, here total length is 1 2 3 4 4 characters are there, but indexing will start from 0, it will end up to 3. 0 1 2 3. Okay, total length of the uh, collection minus 1 will be the last index of the what index of the item. Okay, for example, where of 3. Okay, where of 3 is nothing but D. Okay, total collection length is 4. That is, this is called as an indexing. We are extracting the each and individual element present in the collection by the help of index values. Okay, we don't know the index value, but we are imagining that it has been stored like this, and its position with respect to 0 1 2 3 like that, and then we able to extract. Then we come across the thing called as slicing also. That is what we have processed. Slicing is nothing but the extracting a group of characters. Okay, for example, I will take the var. Okay, it will enclose with a square bracket 0 colon. I want to extract up to two characters, and I will enter. Means it will start from the 0. This is the starting point, and 2 will be the ending point. Okay, in between how much characters are there, it will extract. Okay, if I give var of from 2 I want to extract. Okay, from 2 to 3, then from 2 index is nothing but 2 is belongs to C, and the third 3 is belongs to D, but the last index it will not consider. Okay, it will include the start index, but it will not include the end index, so it will come 0 1 2. Okay, 0 is present, yes it is come, and 1 is present, it is come, but since it will not include 2, so C will not be come here. Okay, like the same thing, 2 to 3. Okay, 0 1 2 is them, 2 is present here which is included, it is came, and 3 is not included, so D will not be come here. Okay, I mean to say start index is included, end index is not included. Okay, that is I want to say. I have given here only what is indexing like this. Yes, this is the starting point, stopping point, and the step function. We have not gone with the step function, we will go with that. Okay, so I have come here. I will take some other variables, let's say where is equals to some A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Okay, this much I have taken. If I enter, it will become work when where of 0, which is the first index value 0, it is came, yes it is came. If I take index it possible, if I take where of 5, yes it is coming. Now I want to do slicing. I will take where of slicing. I want to do from 0. Okay, from 0 up to I want to extract these three characters. Okay, to extract A, B, C, what I have to do? I have to start it from 0, and I have to end it up to the 3. 0 1 2 3. 3 is not included. Okay, 3 is not included. If I enter this, then we are able to extract the ABC. Let's see the step function. Where is equals to? I want to extract only odd index. Okay, I want to extract only odd index. Step I will give 2. Okay, means this is 0. Okay, I want to extract only even index. It is came even index. This is 0. Since it is starting from the 0, so it will get the only even index. 0, 1 is there, it will skip. 2 is there, it will take. And D is there, it will skip. And E is there, it will take. Means it basically focusing on the uh, even values, the even index values. Okay, and neglecting the odd index values. To get the odd index value, what I have to do? Whereof I have to start from 1 colon. I have given empty and 2. So if I didn't given anything here, it will automatically consider as the throughout the length of this collection. Okay, it will consider it as a throughout the length of collection. It will give B, D, F, H like that. Okay, now I will skip the this start value. It will consider automatically from the 0. Okay, so and the end value, and again this much only, it will give all the things. Okay, this will give all the things. Where of, okay, from the start to the end I want to use step 2 function. Okay, it will give again z a c d, which is the even index value. Can I use more than 2? Yes, of course. Where of from 0 I want column up to 5 6 I want column 3 steps. Okay, 3 steps I want the a and d. 0 is then, okay, it has been given a. Okay, b is 1 2. Okay, it will not take, and d is there, which will be third index value. Next e is there, f is there, it will not come like that. Okay, up to here it will come, but after that it will not come because we have fixed it to the end, to the index of 6. Okay, this is all related to the index, but I want to tell you, practice on each and individual part of this, because when you will practice now, then only you will get how these all are working. Okay, I can manipulate with the help of some mathematical tool, but I don't have any breadboard, so breadboard board, so I can't. In future we will saw about that, how to make sure that how to write all those things. This is how a memory representation of this. And the another thing is we have we did the slicing, no, and we did the indexing. We didn't check the mutability, no. Yes, we will check now. Mutability will tell us that whether the we can change the value or not. I will take where is equals to, I will take a b c. Okay, now where consists of abc. Where of 1, okay, where of 1 is the value is b. Can I assign where of 1 is equal to something value called as d? Okay, means I'm changing the b with d. Will it possible? It will not possible, because the string is immutable, which does not allow the changes in it. What it's saying, str object does not support item assignment. It means that it will not allow to change. So that the string we call it as a immutable type of data. Okay, which will not able to change the values present in it. Okay, can we access? Yes, we can access. We can we that we saw by the help of indexing and slicing. Next term, the item may be repeated. Item may be repeated in the sense, here we have repeated no items. Lot of times we have repeated. If I given any random no, then here f has been repeated no. This item also can repeated. Now we can find the type of it by using type function and address it by using id function. Then we can find out the total length of the collection by the help of length function, and the memory size is depend on the number of items and their sizes, and default value is empty string. Okay, let's see what are those things. The first one is, here I want to find out the total length of this uh, collection. That could be found out by the help of len function. Len function will help us. It is an inbuilt function which will help us to find out the total length of the collection. From the This we can able to find out the length. Let's say where I will pass the variable, I will enter 3 is the total length of the variable. That is 0, 1, 2, 3. 3 items are there, so length is 3. Length will basically tell the total number of items present in the collection. If I take where 1 is equals to something A, B, C, D like that randomly, okay, then if I say len of where 1, it will give the total number of items present in the one. S is the one item, D is the one item, F is the one item, D is the one item, like that. So, and it will allow repeated item. D is also repeated, F is also repeated, D is also repeated, and S is also repeated, like that. It will allow the repeated. Now, whether whatever I have worked here, which is string or not, that I want to confirm. No, that could be done by the help of type function. Let's say where is, whether I want to see where is the string or not. This is, yes, it is a string. Where one also, okay. I want to see whether where one is the of type string or not. That could be done with a string. Now I want to find out the location of the where. Okay, that could be done by the help of id function. Id of where. Okay, and yes, it is present in this memory location, and id of where one also. Okay, if I enter, then it is safe. Okay, where one and where two. Okay, it is present on different memory location. Okay, these are the things related to the string. That I want to say that you should be write all those things and try to practice and try to remember all these things which is present, which are somewhat critical and somewhat similar. But if you practice, then you can do it. There is no much complex things and all that. Complex data type is there, but complex things are not there. We will be, let's move towards the list multi-value data type. Uh, List multi-value data type is nothing but it is the list is a collection of both homogeneous as similar to the string. List is the collection of both homogeneous and heterogeneous data types enclosed in square brackets. Okay, the string will be enclosed in the quotes, but list will be enclosed in the square brackets, and each item is separated by the comma operator. Okay, let's see here how we can construct the list. Okay, so let's say list, I will take the variable as a where, I will take equal, and list items are separated by the help of comma operator. 23, 43, it may contain the both homogeneous and heterogeneous. 5.0 comma 5 plus 4j comma and list string of AA, and okay, these are the things. List is the collection of both homogeneous, okay, and the heterogeneous type of data per enter. Where is equal to enter. Okay, if I take where one, which is the homogeneous collection, comma 2 comma 3 comma 4, this is the homogeneous of same type. Okay, so list is a both homogeneous and heterogeneous data type enclosed in the square brackets, and each items are separated by comma operator. Now, list type of multi-value data type, yes, consists of collection of group of items are enclosed in a square bracket. What it means saying, list is also a collection data type, and it will also store the collection value data type. Here, as I am showing you. List is basically a collection of data types. It will store the collection of data type. This is a string. It is a collection data type. No, it will storing. No, that is what he is saying. Okay. Now, after this, what the pointer? List consists of string, numbers, boolean values, that the different types of homogeneous and heterogeneous data. List is a mutable type of data. This is very important because we have saw that string is the immutable data type. Okay, but list is a mutable data type. Indexing and slicing is possible. The items may be repeat, and we can find the type it by using type function, address by using help of id function, and the total number of items present in the string or list can be found out by the help of length function, and memory size is depending on the what items, and default value is the empty list, let's say. Okay, see, this is what I have come. Okay, where, let's say I want to find out the length of the where. Okay, total number of items present in the where collection, which is the list, is nothing but the 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 items are there. Yeah. Now I want to find out whether it is a list or not. Okay. Yes, it is saying class list. No, that is nothing but it is a type of list. Okay. Now I want to find out the address of it. That could be found out by the help of id function, which help us to give the address of the what address of the function, address of the list. Now, uh, another important thing I want to say, I will take this and I will enter, it will come, and if I enter the, I will get that. I want to change the items which is present here, that is, it is present in first index, that is var of 1 is equals to 43. Now I want to change it. Var of 1 instead of 43, can I say 55? If I enter, yes, it is changed. Now let's see whether it is changed in the list or not. Okay, where if I enter, then it is changed. It means saying that the items present in the list we can change anytime, since list is a mutable data type which will be get changed whenever we want. Okay, that is now. After this, can I repeat the items which is present in the item? Yes. Where is the, yes, it is there. If I want to add the items to it, we can do it by later, but as of now I want to repeat. Where is equals to, let's say, 1 comma 1 comma 1 comma, like that, something I want to do. The, will it accept or not? Yes, it will accept, because we can add the repeated items, repeated values in the list. Okay. Uh, for in the frankly, can we say that if we have a list of college students, okay, in that college students, many students have similar names. Okay, for that we can compare with the list, because list from the college list of students we can add some student, we can remove some students, we may have find out the, okay, that repeated names of the student, and we can find the length of total students strength, and we can put each and individual by the help of indexing, and we can extract some group of data also. We have not done with the indexing for the list, no? Yes, yes, we have done. No? This is the indexing only. We can extract the each and individual data, but we have not done with the slicing. No? Where of where of 0 to, I want to find out the up to 3. Yeah, it is invalid index because I have given two square brackets here. Okay, I will remove that square bracket. Now if I enter, then it will give 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now if I given here, what is the length of where is, length of where is 10. Okay, let's say where of up to 10 up to 2 means it will give us even position, and if I want odd position I have to start with the 1 up to length, okay, and 2. Okay, if I, it will give odd position. I don't know how much length it is have. For that I can use where of 0 colon length of where, okay, length of where and 2. it will give us again even position, same as that. Yeah, this is and this is same. Since here I got this 10 by the help of this function, so I have. In some cases we don't know. In that case, we can directly use the length function here. Okay, this is called as an expression. Okay, so we can do the slicing in the what slicing list, and we have done. And the empty square brackets is used to represent the list. Okay, now this is the memory representation of the list. That syntax is variable name is equals to collection and message equals to, this is nothing but heterogeneous data type, and this is the memory diagram. It will store each and individual data into a separate packets, and this collection data type will stored again in a different collection. Okay, like that it will. Okay, as of now, up to this we have completed with the system, and in some more videos we are going to cover the remaining topics. Okay, and I can say thank you.